It's Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. Thanks for tuning in today. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification down below so you are alerted when the newest videos drop. A few things I want to talk about today. The first one, are your assets safe? We saw Bitcoin just go on a tear earlier today, and then all of a sudden we saw a $5,000 plunge in Bitcoin, and I was like, what the heck is going on? What had happened was people's Coinbase accounts, their accounts, their balances were going to zero. They couldn't buy or sell Bitcoin. And, you know, if you're putting all of your wealth on a USB stick, God bless you. You have a lot more guts than I do. But this is what people think is going to protect them when the lights go out, when the power goes down, when the grid goes down, when there's chaos. Is this really going to protect you? Is this what you're going to take to a farmer when you have to buy food? So let's talk a little bit more about what happened today. And I apologize if there's a little bit of noise. They're cleaning the pool behind me here, so it might be a little bit noisy. CNBC, Coinbase user sees zero balance after crypto trading app suffers glitch. It's always a glitch, right? And more than likely, it was just a glitch. But what happens when it's something bigger than just a glitch? What happens when you cannot access your money? See, this is my fear here. It's not that, oh, I hate Bitcoin, or, you know, I don't know anything about Bitcoin. Look, 90% plus of people buying Bitcoin right now know nothing about it other than it's going up and they want to jump on for the ride. This is pure gambling. And I don't have anything against anybody that has Bitcoin or cryptos. If you're making money, God bless you. I hope that you cash out in time. But I have nothing against anybody, especially if you're diversified. But we all know what this is. This is digital gambling. And so when you have I don't even know if you can call this an asset. I don't know what you want to call it, a currency, an asset. I don't know what this is. But it's on a computer screen. And it is one button away from going to zero. And it just brings me back to, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Again, we saw it drop $5,000. Yes, it is soaring. I understand that. But in a matter of minutes, it dropped $5,000 because of an outage. And was it a glitch? Do you really know if it was a glitch? What was it? Nobody knows. It says here, errors were occurring as users were buying and selling. So is your money really safe? Could you imagine if it was something other than a glitch and you had to get your money out right now? You needed your money out this minute, this very second, and you couldn't access it? And this is why, again, I'm a big proponent of buying real things, buying gold, buying some silver, having cash put away. And again, I don't hate anybody buying this stuff. I get it. People are trying to make money. People enjoy the gamble. They enjoy watching things go up $5,000 in one day based really on absolutely nothing. But people are jumping on the bandwagon. And be careful, because we saw how fast it went down to $15,000 when it was at 69. I hope everybody makes money. I hope that you're successful gambling. I have nothing against that. But I'm going to continue to hold on to ounces of gold and silver. It's unhackable, it's untrackable, it's untaxable. And people can argue that all day long, but that's the bottom line. Nobody can hit a button and make my ounces disappear. Okay? Nobody knows where it's at. Nobody knows how much I have. Nobody can hack into it. It's not on a computer. Again, they can press a button and this object, this asset, this currency, whatever it really is, can be worth zero. It can disappear in a second. Gold can never do that. Physical gold can never do that. And these people who say, well, you know, this is, you know, Bitcoin's off the grid, it's out of the system. You are so in the system, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, for God's sakes, there's an ETF now. Banks are involved in this. You're being taxed. It's all day long on the financial channels. It is so entrenched in the system. They're going to control it, and they can shut it down anytime they want to because it's digital, it's electronic. Press of a button, gone. But again, I hope people are making money, but I hope people are exercising caution and not betting everything they have on this. Switching gears here, the hedge, U.S. GDP grew $334 billion in the fourth quarter. That growth cost $834 billion in debt. So it cost $2.5 in debt to grow $1 of GDP. Does that make any sense to you whatsoever? If you ran your household like this, you'd be on the street. We saw an increase in consumer spending. And what do consumers use to spend? They use more credit cards, they use more debt instruments, they borrow more money, they go deeper into debt. We saw local and state growth spending, and local and states consumed more. And how did they consume more and spend more? They printed more, they borrowed more. It's all an illusion, and we wonder why states are broke, the country's broke, the average American is broke. This is why. Another one from the hedge. How the economy changed. There's no bargains left anywhere. This was really interesting. You know, it says here, a lot of people are spending or have 2/3 of their after-tax earnings spent on rent. So after taxes, you're spending 2/3 after taxes of what you have just on rent. How in the world is this sustainable? Somebody please explain this to me. Small businesses are gone. No one can afford in small businesses. If you want to open one, if you have one, it's getting difficult to afford the rent, the insurance, the fees, the utilities, the licenses, the permits, you name it. And heaven forbid, paying for employees, labor costs. It is almost nearly impossible to open a small business now today, especially here in California. Now, you could go to Walmart today, and if you want to see something that's definitely gone down in price, big screen TVs, 50 some odd boxes of big screen TVs sitting at our local Walmart today. So those prices have gone down if you need a big screen TV. But unfortunately, you're going to need more than a big screen TV to get through this economic collapse that we continue to get deeper and deeper into. And a lot of those people that were laughing at you and I 2 years ago, a year ago, they're not laughing anymore, are they? Those are the same people who now are beginning to realize they're in big trouble. And now as they wake up and realize they're in big trouble, they have no money, no assets, no plan, no skills, and they're in big, big trouble. Now in this article, it pointed out, if you get a minute, check it out. It pointed out if you have a family, this was a family right here that wrote in, I think it was on Twitter X, 2 parents with 4 kids, so 6 in the family. This is what it costs them to go to Subway or Chipotle. $70 on average to go to Subway or Chipotle. McDonald's costs this family $60+ to go get a pizza at a pizza restaurant. $100+. Outback Steakhouse cost $200+ for this family. Monthly groceries $700+. Going to the movies $120. This is for 4 kids, 2 parents. If you can afford to do this, God bless you, but most people can no longer afford to do this. Just to go to a burger joint now, to go get a sandwich at Subway, $70 plus. Unbelievable for a family. Again, I ask the question repetitively, how in the world are people doing this? I have no idea. I have no idea how they're doing this. Janet Yellen wants frozen Russian bank funds to be given to Ukraine. What do you think about this? Comment down below. A couple days ago, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen called for the U.S. to hand $300 billion in frozen Russian central bank funds to Ukraine. This, ladies and gentlemen, would absolutely escalate World War III. I mean, this is, first off, is this woman nuts? Is she out of her mind? We are really trying to provoke a world war here. And people like this, to me, are completely detestable, absolutely detestable. This psychopath, again, is getting us closer into a world war that can be easily avoided. But for some reason, they don't want to avoid war. And this is a war that America will never win, ladies and gentlemen. And I ask all of you this. They print a lot of money, but can they print soldiers? And are you willing to go and fight in one of these wars? Are you willing to go to Taiwan? Are you willing to go over to Ukraine? They can print money, but they can't print soldiers. So they're going to need humans. They're going to need real bodies over there. You willing to do this? You willing to send your kids over for this? I certainly wouldn't be. Are you willing to pay for this? I mean, it is an ungodly amount of money that we have already sent over there. Look where your taxes are going, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly not where they need to be going. They're certainly not helping Americans. It's not helping infrastructure. I don't see my taxes doing much of anything to help the United States of America. Things are crumbling. It looks more and more like a third world country, but yet we're paying for other countries' pensions, wars, food. It's unbelievable. Infrastructure, security, unbelievable. EA to lay off 5% of workforce, or about 670 employees. The video game company is going to continue to lay off people, probably going to lay off more than 670 people, but these are good paying jobs. Where are people going to replace these type of jobs? Every day, it's another big company laying off, because it's all about the bottom line. It's all about the margins. And I'm going to say this again and again and again. Nobody is immune from losing a job. We are going to see more and more layoffs. We're still in February. Look at the carnage that is taking place. And they're not even telling us what's happening to small businesses, how many people small businesses are laying off, which is the backbone of America. And you know, this new law here in California where they're going to be paying $20 an hour to people making smoothies and flipping burgers. This is going to close more businesses down here in California. I'm going to wrap it up with this last article, and this is coming from TMZ. I watched this video today on TMZ. And this happened in Venice Beach. And if you know anything about Venice Beach, a couple years ago, it was flooded with homeless encampments on the beach, on the sand, in front of stores, in front of restaurants. They cleaned it up a bit, but all they did was push it more inland. So now people just camp out in front of people's houses, park their RVs in front of people's houses. It just moves. It just shifted inland. But this happened, I believe, yesterday. Two women get into this, I guess, barbaric brawl with clubs, with spikes on the clubs. One woman wasn't even wearing clothes. And the other woman, quite a large woman, came swinging with a club with a spike on it, trying to hit this other woman with no clothes on. And then the woman with no clothes on steals or gets the club from her, and then gets another club, now has two clubs in her hands, chasing the other lady around. It goes back and forth, back and forth. And this is happening in broad daylight. Right there on Venice Beach, on the boardwalk. And the thing that I found most unsettling, disturbing, is people are just walking by like it's just another day in LA. People just walking by while these two women are swinging spiked clubs at one another. One doesn't even have clothes on, and people are just walking by like this is just normal. And we are getting very, very callous, ladies and gentlemen. We're just accepting this now, that, you know, we walk by tents, we walk by homeless people on the sidewalk. Sometimes you have to step over them. People ride their bikes by them. People are walking by barbaric roaming games now on the boardwalk of Venice Beach. Like, it's just nothing. Sad. It really, really is sad. I don't really see this happening in too many countries around the world like it's happening right here. And I would say that America is falling faster than any country on the globe, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we are falling faster than any other country on planet Earth. My opinion, but I think it's pretty factual. I think if you really study the data, the crime, the homelessness, the standard of living decrease in America, if you look with your own two eyes, go to Venice Beach and look at what's happening. If you look at the drug addiction and drug deaths in America, et cetera, we are falling from grace, no doubt. We are falling from here, and we are falling down here fast. It's so sad. But it's the truth, and it's reality, and we're not going to stop it. So I would be doing everything I could to be protecting myself. I would be doing everything I could to be adding skill sets in case I lost a job. Always have a backup plan. And one of the best things you could do, I hope most of you have been doing it, is putting money away in case of emergency. Because emergencies are coming, and it just takes one bad day and your life is upside down. And if you have no money, no assets, and a lot of debt, you're going to be in huge trouble. It's going to be a chaotic time for you. If you have 6 to 12 months put away, you can breathe. You can regroup. You're going to be able to sleep at night. But too many people are broke. They haven't been preparing. They've spent all their money. They spent all the stimulus. They spent the benefit checks. They spent it all. And they thought it was for some reason going to last forever. Now people have got to pay the rent. They're paying the mortgages. They've got to pay back the student loan debt. The credit card rates are going up while their paychecks shrink and prices continue to go up on literally everything. Be careful out there. Be safe. It's just a crazy time, ladies and gentlemen. It's a sad time. It really, really is. And, you know, who knows what happens tomorrow. But remember, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Protect your wealth. Be careful. Don't get tempted to gamble, ladies and gentlemen, because this whole house of cards can come down extremely quick, extremely violent by the press of a button, or somebody just coming out from the Fed and saying something can disrupt everything. We're going to be higher for longer on mortgage rates. Real estate is going to continue to get destroyed. More people will lose their homes. More commercial real estate going to crash. More banks will close. There will be more bank runs coming. Be careful. Don't keep all your money in one place. Especially don't keep it all in the bank. That is for sure. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Keep walking close to God. Stay on path. Keep preparing. And thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. God bless every one of you.